The Dallas Cowboys on the board with win number 1. Did Dallas prove they're real NFC contenders yesterday? Hey, Kevin Wild's Patriots got win number 1 as well. Sure, it came against the Jets. Still counts, as I found out, still counts. Is Mac Jones looking like the real deal? And how about Tom Brady? 5 touchdowns against the Falcons. The GOAT remains the GOAT. Good Monday morning, everyone. Welcome to a fantastic episode of First Things First. I cannot wait. Jen Wolf, Nick Wright, Chris Broussard, our guy Kevin Wilds. Hey, Nick. Certainly looked yesterday like Brady and the Bucs might be going back to back.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
Why are you in such a good mood, Jenna? Good kale smoothie or something this morning? You have no reason to be this happy. None. Why are you so happy?
Fully invested. Schadenfreude. Is that what it is? Sorry.
God.
But you got to know where we're going to start this morning.
Oh,
you know
Christ.
it. Chiefs and Ravens. Oh, that guy right there. The star of the game. Not Patrick Mahomes. Lamar Jackson.
First Things First is sponsored by Ram Trucks.
On the ground.
Deserved.
Ravens were down 11 to start the fourth quarter until Jackson took over and delivered, absolutely delivered. Did he make me nervous at times? Yes. Did I worry about all the chances he took? Yes. Did he do an untouched half cartwheel into the end zone for the game winner? Yes. Lamar's Ravens beat up on Mahomes' Chiefs for the first time ever. See you later, perfect season. Here was Kansas City safety Tyrann Mathieu after the loss.
I mean, every now and then you need an ass whooping, and I think our team responds best, when we get punched in the mouth and we're not able to kind of recover from it. So we got some good coaches, man. We got great leadership, and I just look forward to seeing us, turning the page, going back home against a division opponent. Another must-win game, a game we got to have against another good football team, great quarterback, great skilled players. I mean, this is an every week thing that you have to stay dedicated and stay committed to. So I just look forward to seeing our group respond.
Oh, Nick. Nick. First off, our condolences to you and your family. And secondly, our question just to you. This kind of puts I just want to be nice. It puts a little bit of a damper on 20-0. That's the only thing for me. I just feel like now it's going to be tough, a little tougher for them to get there. How you doing this morning, buddy?
Can still do it. Yeah,
well.
I'm in so much pain. I'm in so much pain. I'm in financial pain. I'm in legitimate physical pain. I think I broke the third knuckle on my right hand when Edwards-Helaire fumbled the ball.
First Things First is sponsored by Ram Trucks.
It's not great.
Built to serve.
And most importantly, I'm in emotional pain because of what was lost last night. Not the game. I can deal with that. But the 20-0, gone. Kryptonite, gone. The unbeaten streak against all the young AFC quarterbacks for Mahomes, gone. How about this? This is the first time I've ever done this show without the Kansas City Chiefs in first place in the AFC West. I've been doing this show for over 4 years. And I wake up this morning and they're looking up in the standings at Derek Carr. Makes me want to throw up. And Teddy Bridgewater. Makes me want to throw up on myself. In a game they had no business losing. They're up 11 in the fourth quarter with the ball. The Chiefs are going to be fine. And Honey Badger's probably right that they'll be better for this. But you know what would have been better? Winning the game. You know what would have been better? Would have been not handing the ball to your running back who's done nothing and saying, hey, let's just let the best player in the league get us a touchdown or in field goal range. So, Broussard, I'm in pain this morning. And I'm going to lean on you a little bit today, Broussard, because there's nothing in sports Jenna likes more than my pain and Wild's bleep-eating grin that he's had on his face ever since he tweeted the Chiefs have lost 2 of their last 3. You're the only reasonable person I'm going to have to talk to today, Broussard.
Facts.
Well, look,
Facts.
I do feel your pain, Nick. I do feel your pain because when I was just a guest on this show, I love that tweet, Wiles. Excellent. But I feel your pain, Nick, because when the Clippers went out a couple years ago, I was ridiculed to no end by Wilds and Jenna and you. All right, on this show, and I was just a guest. All right, so I feel your pain. You are obviously a host on this show, but I'm going to give you props, Nick, because there was a large part of me that thought you were going to call in sick. There really was. So just for being here, just for showing up,
he'll face it.
I'm giving you props. And I can't, look, I can't go too far. I've picked the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl as well, but I didn't pick them to go 20-0. You know, I was more sane in my predictions. Usain Bolt 100-meter dashes have lasted longer than your 20-0 prediction, your 20-0 take. So it's gone. Just don't worry about it. It's not important. It doesn't matter. What's important is that they win the Super Bowl. The one thing I disagree with you on that you said, Nick, is I think Honey Badger was right on the money. I don't think it would have been better if they won. It would have been better for you, for your pocketbook, for your emotional state, all that, for your knuckles. But for the Chiefs, and ultimately for you, right? For the Chiefs, it is better that they lost. Because had they won, they could have easily just been like, you know what? Yeah, our defense is leaky. Our defense is horrible. But Mahomes always gets us out of it. And now they're seeing there's not that huge of a gap between us and the other elite teams in this league. So we have got to fix the defensive side of the ball. And that, Nick, and you're not going to like this, but it's true. I bet you everybody watching will agree with me. The Chiefs are the Brooklyn Nets. They're the Brooklyn Nets.
How dare you.
Fantastic.
Great take.
I think Pat Mahomes is comparable to Kevin Durant, right? Two all-time tremendous greats. And fantastic offense, can score in bunches, but can they get stops? That's your big question about the Nets. And that's got to. I know you're gonna play tough, and no, I'm not worried. This is how we rock in Kansas City. No, Nick, you know you're worried. You know you're worried because they can't stop nobody.
And they're not. Listen, here's the thing, and then Wilds, I'll throw it to you. I just can't let the Nets comp stand. The Brooklyn Nets have never won anything, and the furthest they've been in the playoffs is round 2. The Chiefs have never, with Mahomes, not been to round 3 or the championship round. They are not the Brooklyn Nets. They do not have continuity issues. They have one significant defense. And Baltimore did what I was run defense. And Baltimore did what I was afraid it was going to do on Friday, which I said there's a way to beat Kansas City. Run the whole game. In the early on, Wilds, it looked like Baltimore was not going to do that. They were having Lamar throwing, the Chiefs were rolling, and then they just kept running the ball. And that is something right now Kansas City needs to improve on, is the run defense.
Okay, so you have one other problem. You have a Patrick Mahomes overconfidence problem. Is what should we want? We want to blame it on the defense. That Patrick Mahomes interception, Nicholas, you know I'm right. If any other quarterback made that interception, we would be going crazy. But because Patrick Mahomes has so much capital in reserve, we're kind of giving him a pass on that. Even though Baker had a very similar throw and everyone ripped Baker.
Yes,
this is one of the worst interceptions of the year. And it's going to stand. I know we're in week 2, but you know that cost him the game. You don't have to say it. I don't want to put you on the stake, but you know that was a horrible interceptions, even as interceptions go. But I'm going to dig in on the defense, because the defense is also worse than you're giving them credit for. They're giving up 32 points a game. When we look at the yards per play, the league average 5.6. Chiefs are giving up 7.5 per play, not per drive, no, per play, getting 7 yards. So why is it? We dig into the why. We can look at this tweet. The why is because your defensive line here, pretty terrible. Chiefs are spending 25% of their 2021 cap on the defensive line. That's the highest percentage in the league. Only 5 other teams are over 18%. The defensive line has combined for 3 tackles for loss through the first 2 games. Not what you're looking for. So look, the Mahomes interception was bad, and I know he usually bails you out. He bailed you out of the missed punt from the Browns. I told you that was an issue. There's some leaky spots in your championship ship. But the defense is worse than you originally thought, and I don't see them getting that much better.
Okay, well, I do see them getting better because every year under Spagnuolo, they've gotten better throughout the course of the year. The run defense is going to be a problem, but where I do think the stats are slightly misleading is one could argue the 2 best running teams in all of football, or 2 of the 3, are the Browns and the Ravens. Derrick Henry, of course, is almost a man unto himself in that regard. So I don't think you're going to have a lot of other teams that can do that. But Kevin Wildes, I want America to know something. There were a lot of tweets Kevin Wildes could have chose to show. He picks one to really twist the knife. The man that tweeted that used to intern for me. He was in junior high school in Kansas City and came to me at a Royals game and said I inspired him to go into broadcasting. He moved to Houston to be my intern, and now you're using his tweets against me to add to my pain. That was intentional, and I know it. And Jenna, and Wild, such a bad guy. Friday after the show, here's our big concern. Nick, I don't know how we're going to talk about the Chiefs. They're just not interesting. They're so good. How are we going to even do Chiefs segments on the show? Now you're talking about them, the worst defense in football, bad cap management.